Well, I wanted to wait to make this video till after the football season had concluded so that I could get a little bit more of a overall presence, but of course they couldn't let me do that, could they? They just had to do this, and yeah, I'm pissed, people. I'm very, very pissed off today. And yeah, I really did not think that they could one up the disaster that was last season. With losing all those really bad games in a row, seemingly getting it all together, and then being up 14 fucking points against Indiana at home, fucking Indiana, and then choking it in overtime to not go to a bowl game when you have, and then you have two of your best players transfer. Another one goes to the NFL draft, who's now playing pretty well with the Packers, which is nice to see. Keon Coleman is now a Heisman candidate at Florida State. No surprises there. Thornsman up and down with Auburn. Also no surprises there. You lose a ton of really good recruits that you had going in, and nobody really good bringing into the table. And here we are this season. I'm like, it can't be that bad. The bar is so low that you possibly cannot go lower. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone lower. And this is not just with the Tucker situation, okay? My 2 cents about the Tucker situation is that he's a fucking idiot who really did not deserve that contract. And I thought this way back when it was first signed in 2021, that he just did not deserve that long of a contract. The only reason that they did give him that contract extension was because if they didn't, he was going to accept the deal with an SEC school and go there after the season. I know that they rushed into that, and that was a possibility. LSU was a huge rumor for him to go to, and so they rushed in, gave him a huge bag, and he was pretty terrible, both near the end of the 2021 season, even though he did win a bowl game, and at the almost entire 2022 season. And then, of course, we learned that he's even more of a deviance than we thought, and good riddance to that asshole. I hope you lose the lawsuit. I hope you lose every single penny that you've ever made. You don't deserve any of it. That's my 2 cents about that situation. But we're not just here to rant about Mel Tucker, aren't we? Because while he was one of the main catalysts for the team falling to absolute infamy this season, he is not the only one that we need to address here. First off, let's talk about our quarterback situation. Starting with Noah Kim. You remember when everybody was calling him Noah Him after our week 1 and week 2 victories? And then he goes out against fucking Washington and throws fucking 3 interceptions against a pretty shitty defense. Or how about the fact that he fumbled twice against Maryland in the first fucking quarter? Or how about he made several terrible reads and throws and picks against freaking Iowa, all but costing them the fucking game? Where were the Noah Him talk after that, huh? And I feel for the guy for an extent, because he, to be honest, did not deserve to be put in a system like that. He definitely was not given a ton of really good targets to throw to. The offensive line's okay, but not great. And he didn't have a lot of time to develop. But holy crap. And so then they finally bench him. And then they start Caden Hauser against Rutgers today, and he actually was pretty solid. No picks, 2 touchdowns, a passing and a rushing touchdown. Hallelujah! And he looked pretty decent especially for being he was not great. Obviously, he made some pretty terrible reads, took some pretty bad sacks, but it was raining, and you know what? So that's okay, right? I thought he was pretty good. And maybe we'll see how he goes moving forward, alright? And then, the defense. Holy moly, the defense. First off, you looked unimpressive as hell against the Central Michigan University. In fact, you were losing right up until halftime almost. So completely terrible there. Richmond, okay, maybe doing okay, and then you kind of gave up in the fourth quarter. Still had a massive lead, did not matter. And you let Washington drop 730 yards of total offense. You know how many... Miami, when they scored 70 points, Miami had less yards than Washington fucking did. Miami scored 70 fucking points, and they had less yards than fucking Washington did against your asses. Do you know how sad that is? You thought that was bad, though. Try their homecoming game against Maryland, okay? Maryland has a solid quarterback, but not anything else. You give a fucking 21 points in the first fucking quarter. No fucking shit that your team's not gonna be able to fucking catch up when you just keep letting them drop screen passes and screen tricks and doopies all over the fucking field. And then Iowa, you were okay. That was more the offense being pretty inept. You think it's going okay. Sure, McNamara did get injured, and that probably had a part to do with it. And then you play Rutgers today, okay? And here we get to this game, okay? Your offense is clicking. You are up 24-6 going into the fourth quarter of the game. Your team has picked them off twice, gotten a fumble recovery on a punt, okay, all of which led to, at least the one of which led to points. You're up 18. Rutgers cannot do shit. It is pouring rain. You're in the fourth fucking quarter. And what do? You let a fucking 5'2", tiny ass fucking money man get over 100 yards on you in the fourth fucking quarter. One quarter. The fucking Denver Broncos would kill to have a 100-yard rusher on their team right now for a whole 60 minutes. One fucking quarter. You got him. Do you know how pathetic that is? So when your team is fucking getting gassed, and I get it, right? Your offense goes 3 and out after, the defense been out there forever, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And yeah, they have some injuries, so it's not 100% an excuse. But that does not matter. When you do not try, when you let this tiny ass little guy literally push a lineman that's at least twice the size more than you, you just let him shove you fucking 5 yards into the end zone. Absolute despausery. It's a weight room. That is an issue of the weight room as well. Strength and conditioning coaches. Oh, coaching in general. Don't let me think. I forgot about you guys. We're going to get into you later. What are you doing in the weight room? You're a 300-some pound guy going up a guy that's not even 200 pounds, it looks like. A lot shorter than you. You have to at least stop him. Sure, he's going to have a little bit of yardage, but you're just going to let him walk right through you. It doesn't make any sense. And then the special teams. Oh, man, the special teams. Oh, boy. I gotta say, kicking situation overall was fixed. I like the kicker. He's been pretty good this season. That's where my good things to say about them end. Let's start with your punt return team. Or kickoff return team, I guess, in general. Or I guess your whole punt team in general. First off, I get it was raining. You do not fuck up that bad. Straight fucking regardless. Yeah, it wasn't the worst attempt at trying to get a fumble back that I ever said. And it probably would have led to a safety regardless. Thanks, team, for getting a fucking penalty. Absolutely love that. But how about in this situation, let's take a look at something here, okay? in this situation, imagine you're the guy who's supposed to catch the kickoffs, right? And you're standing back here, dancing and waiting, and when here comes the ball, and all you're doing, he's just raining down. Here comes the ball, and then what does he do? What would you do in the situation? Would you A, actively try and reach out, catch the ball, B, signal a fair catch, wait for an opportunity to grab it, or just let it roll, or C, stand here like this? Well, if you chose A or B, you are a fucking idiot, because this guy said, and what the did not do anything, just let the ball bounce up. What are you freaking thinking? I'm sorry. You get recruited to a Big Ten school, a D1 Big Ten school, and you don't even know how to field kickoffs correctly? How did you even make the team? And that's not even an excuse of the rain. If he had fumbled into trying to catch it, that's one thing. But he just let it drop. It doesn't matter the weather conditions. He was not being pressured. 100% a self-inflicted wound. Why do you not just try? So, of course, it gives Rutgers more momentum than they already have, leading to the game-winning touchdown, or go-ahead touchdown, as it would be. I wanted to wait till the end of the season to talk about this, because I already know that there's going to be a lot more blunders. Season progresses. They have not faced any of the big three in the Big Ten yet. One of them's coming up in a few days, though. I'll be there, and I do not expect myself to stay past halftime. But maybe the world, maybe the moon and the stars and the Milky Way and Twix bars will align. Probably not, but we'll see. But this isn't 100% on the players. It's also on the coaching staff, okay? I get there's a lot of problems. First off, defensive coordinator, I hope you like your job. I hope you like the unemployment line, because you're gone after the season. I'm sorry. I think Tucker was the only one that was trying to keep you around. He's gone, thankfully, and thankfully your ass will be too. Jay Johnson, you actually were able to make some good plays today, so you might be saved. Oh, fuck. But one group of people that we need to talk about is the strength and conditioning coaches, for being completely inept at not regulating these players and making them win in the weight room, because it obviously just seems like that they do not lift weights at all anymore, or lift like the little purple exercise like 5-pound weights that people lift after a run or something like that. That's what it looked like to me. Or how about Harlan Barnett, who, as much as he says he wants to be a head coach and he really loves the program, at this point, while I do think he has some level of care, he's mostly knowing that he's not sticking around. And he probably won't get a job after the season at this point. So he's just trying to take his bag and leave. That's what it looks like at this point to me. I'm sorry. But that's just what it looks like. And do I blame him? Yes and no. One, he was kind of thrust in the situation. Two, he accepted the offer. So about half and half. But it just, and then you throw in, and of course they bring back Mark D'Antonio. It's like an advisor role to help out with Barnett. What have you done this season, D'Antonio? Like, I guess I don't know how really active you are in the program right now. I don't know how many plays you're making up or calling, or if you're doing any of that. But if you are, you're a defensive-minded coach. You had some of the best defenses ever in your tenure here at MSU. And you're just letting these tiny little guys walk all over your big-ass linemen? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Really does not. So, Doesn't seem like the coaches care. It doesn't seem like the players really care either, outside of a couple of them. Hauser definitely cared. And, again, like the offense looked a little bit better until the fourth quarter at least. But I have to ask again, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Like, this is just stupid. This is just fucking stupid. Just throw the season away at this point. You know you're going to get your ass beat by Michigan. You know you're going to get your ass beat by Penn State. You know you're going to get your ass beat by Ohio State. And quite honestly, you're going on the road to Minnesota. You're probably going to get your ass beat by them too. And then what other games could you even possibly win? Nebraska? Maybe. Probably not. Knowing this fucking team. You're up 18 and you don't win. That's when you throw the season away right then and there. I'll probably be back to make another video on this team, either at the end, hopefully at the end of the season, or in maybe next week. We'll see. But goddamn, can basketball season start already? Can it?